lot of people want to make her out to be a fringe member of the Republican Party. And I think it's a real mistake. I think it's a category error, frankly. I mean, she is one of the top, if not the top fundraisers in the Republican Party. Like, I don't know how you could be less fringe. It's certainly not like her beliefs have warranted, her expulsion from the party. You're not going to see Kevin McCarthy go out there and actively criticize her.
Well, she's fringe because she's not a frequenter of the same cocktail circuit that the rest of the Democrats and Republicans in Washington are a part of. So they consider her fringe and don't want to reckon with her representation of their voter base.
I mean, I think that's true to some extent, but she will be at those cocktail parties if the Republicans take the majority, without a doubt. And there's nowhere that she won't be able to go with that type of fundraising powers. It really is those who want to pretend that the Republican Party is not embodied in her who are trying to claim that she's fringe. And it is inescapable that she is, people would never say that AOC is fringe in the context of the Democratic Party. And frankly, I suspect that Marjorie Taylor Greene's issue set, policy proposals, are far more aligned with the Republican leadership than AOC's is with the Democratic leadership. Mm-hmm. But like AOC, she is a fundraising powerhouse. And that's going to make a big difference when they get the majority. Meanwhile, she is on trial, essentially, or I shouldn't say on trial. She's involved in a court case that would remove her from the ballot in November. I'm not quite sure of the details of the suit, that presumably because she participated in January 6th and was involved in a seditious act, she is ineligible to run again. And here is her testifying about somebody who had, I guess, taken over her Twitter account.
So it's true, though, that you liked a post that suggested that, quote, a bullet to the head of Nancy Pelosi would be a quicker way to remove her as Speaker of the House than impeachment, right?
Now, you're using a CNN article, which CNN has lied about me multiple times, and you're using a CNN article.
I'm asking you to answer my question. Did you like a post that said it's quicker, that a bullet to the head would be a quicker way to remove Nancy Pelosi from the role of Speaker?
I have had many people manage my social media account over the years. I have no idea who liked that.
Okay. Are you testifying under oath it wasn't you? Just want to be clear on that.
I am testifying. I have no idea who liked that comment.
Fair enough. It could have been you. Right?
I'm telling you, I do not know.
She's answered the question. Go ahead. Next question.
But the next question deals with something she actually said. Do we have that other video of her?
Yeah. But I mean, I think that, like, she didn't answer the question.
Yeah.
She says, I don't know who it is. And then his question is, so it could have been you. And she didn't answer that. Because if she is one of, let's say, 30 people who have access to her Twitter account, which of course, we all do that. She's a congressperson, presumably her staff or something like that. And, I mean, look, it could have been her. No, of course it was. But all right, but here's the next question.
For any of them?
I do not remember.
Not any of them?
No.
Okay. And you spoke to some people about those demonstrations prior to being sworn in as a representative from the 14th district, right?
I don't remember.
And you spoke to some of those people after you took the oath on January 3rd and before the 6th, right?
I don't remember.
Did you speak to anybody in government about the fact that there were going to be demonstrations in Washington on January 6th?
I don't remember. We were mostly reading information about election fraud, and people signed affidavits about what they'd witnessed with voter fraud and preparing to object. That was pretty much all I remember doing.
Right, pretty much. But your testimony as you sit here today under oath is that you didn't talk to anybody in government about the fact that there were going to be large protests in Washington on January.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah. She's also asked at a later point, she was asked like directly if she thinks that Nancy Pelosi is a traitor to our country, and she says, I didn't say that. And then the basically the quote is read back to her. So she's walking a tightrope here.
Yeah, I mean, she's very worried about perjuring herself. I mean, that's the bottom line, is that she knows that the January 6th commission probably has a lot of information that could answer each one of those questions very specifically. And she doesn't want to say yes, obviously, because she wants to stay on the ballot. She doesn't want to say no because she doesn't want to be charged with perjury after the fact. And the January 6th committee apparently is starting to roll out some of the stuff they have about the involvement of lawmakers in January 6th. And so it's going to start to get, I think, a little bit ugly. It is just sort of shocking that she can say, I mean, do we know how many times she said, I don't remember? I mean, in that clip, she just said it about 10 times, but throughout all her testimony, it really is, it's stunning.
For the amount that she attacks Joe Biden for being senile, I mean,
I was about to say, right?
They want to do some brain force or something.
Something wrong with her cognitively.
I don't remember.
Within the context of like, I don't know. We'll see if there's if any of the chickens come home to roost for her, but I doubt it.